Hello, my name is Natalie Foy. I'm the author of Herpes Wise, and I have helped countless people get rid of herpes naturally for about 6 years now. And I want to answer your questions about herpes. So stay tuned.
Can you give yourself herpes? Or can I spread herpes to other parts of my body? Well, unfortunately, yes. There's a risk, an important risk, at the beginning, the first time you come in contact with herpes. So that's why I say there's a risk you may transmit herpes to other parts of your body when you first get infected. When I mean first get infected, it's mostly when you don't have either herpes 1 or 2, meaning no cold sores or no genital herpes. Then when you first come in contact with herpes, your immune system is not prepared and cannot fight the infection. And what happens is if you touch a cold sore or any herpes sore, and then you touch your body, then there's a possibility that you might actually transmit herpes to that other area that you've just touched. After your body has built up immunity, I would say that usually takes 6 weeks to the virus. It then becomes very unlikely you will spread herpes from one place to another. Why? Because you already have an immune response prepared to fight against herpes, which you didn't have when you first got infected. Yet it can happen. And why? It can happen if your skin is broken and cut. Then herpes can get into your body in a certain area and reinfect your body. But if your skin is not cut or not broken, then your skin protects you pretty well, and then your immune system protects you well. But what happens is that your immune system sometimes does not react fast enough, and then herpes reinfects another area. But I can reassure you, if you have herpes, it usually never happens. What happens is that herpes moves from one area to the other. So, like if you had herpes on your lips, you might have it on your cheeks, or some other area. But that will happen naturally. It will not be you reinfecting yourself. It's just because herpes takes a different nerve path sometimes. Sometimes herpes spreads to the hand and fingers. That's called herpetic whitlow. I don't know if I said it well, but that's how it's spelled anyway. And sometimes it spreads to the eyes. And when it does, or to one eye, when it does, you have to visit your doctor immediately, or actually go to emergencies, because this is a very severe condition, and it can affect your eyesight after that. So it's never a good idea, for example, to touch a cold sore and then scratch your eyes or do things like that. Okay, that's just what that's what I just said. You should never scratch or touch an infected area during an infection, and especially not move around. And like, even if you have genital herpes, you should never scratch your genitals and then touch your eyes or anything. What you must do if you do touch an area is always to remember to wash your hands, and you gotta wash your hands with real soap. You know, there's some soaps on the market that are not real soap. You gotta wash your hands with soap or anything that has a form of antiseptic value. That will probably get rid of any herpes that's laying there on your skin. So that's all you need to do. For example, if you let's go back to that slide. If you touch one area and you just wash your hands, and you're okay. But if you have a minor cut on your hand, don't touch. Or you can wear gloves, or you can put a tissue, but try not to have direct contact with a sore if you have a cut on your finger or any broken skin on your hands that you could put in contact with a sore. Anyway, I think that's clear. Never allow broken or cut skin to come in into direct or indirect contact with herpes. I think I've explained that. And if your baby has acquired oral herpes recently, make sure he or she does not touch an infected area and then touches her genitals. What I mean by that is that if your baby has cold sores and it's the first time it has an infection, it's the first time it has cold sores and it's pretty severe, then you gotta pay attention to what she does, and so you gotta protect that genital area so that he cannot touch it and cannot reach it. So it's it's not a good idea to keep your baby completely naked when he's having or she's having a cold sore. Do not use alcohol or any harsh antiseptic locally. It will not help your situation. You can just use soap regularly each time you touch an area that you think might be infected. Just wash your hand with soap, and that's way enough. And I guess that was the end of the presentation, so I hope you enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more, come and visit my website now at hantidote.com. That's hantidote.com. Let me repeat that, hantidote.com. And you'll be able to see lots of videos on herpes and the subject and lots of helpful information that can help you change your life if you have herpes, or help your partner deal with it. And this was Natalie Foy. I wish you a wonderful day. Bye bye.